Hey everybody, it's Kurt here with the InternetTimeMachine.com, and we've been getting a lot of emails today about text analytics, which is what the InternetTimeMachine.com software is. Now, if you haven't heard recently, IBM bought Netezza for about $1.8 million, and Netezza is a text analytics company that uses its resources for business intelligence and to give feedback to big companies like Fortune 500 companies on what the users are looking for on their site, how they're getting there. So I thought I'd do a little video about what is text analytics, which is the Internet Time Machine, and why is it so popular right now. So first, you can go to Wikipedia and check out the text analytics write-up. And I'll tell you right now, I have a University of Chicago degree and I own a text analytics company, and I couldn't make heads or tail of what Wikipedia wrote. So that must be done by a bunch of PhDs. Text analytics at its macro level is analyzing of text, just putting it backwards. What companies do is kind of text digging. They look at what's being put out there on the world, whether it be on your website or a corporate website or anywhere that's public domain information, and finding out how people are using a company's brand, their name, what they're saying about it. Is it positive or negative? Now, this kind of text digging has been around a long time on the internet, but it's getting very popular right now and very expensive because social media. Companies are trying to figure out ways to monitor social media and the entire world around them, the electronic world, as to what consumers and people are saying about their product and their brand name. And we're not talking just Twitter or a Facebook type thing. We're talking all the sites, all the blogs, all the forums. Companies are looking at this massive amount of information being put out there, and they need to decipher it. So that's why companies like Netezza and other smaller companies are being bought up, because they're able to harness that information from websites and be able to tell big companies, hey, this is what you're doing well and this is what you're not. This is what the general public and people on the internet are saying about your product, what the age group is, when they're saying it, etc., how they're responding to your ads. Now, the Internet Time Machine works very similar. We're a text analytics company. We go out and we monitor over 55 million sources. And every 24 hours, once a day, we download everything on those sites and parse them. So what that means is any new product, trend, or idea is most likely not going to be a verb or an adjective. It's going to be a noun or a noun phrase or a pronoun phrase. So we parse up to 5 words together in a phrase. So a new product, a new trend is going to be 2, 3 words, maybe even 1 word. So we immediately get rid of adjectives, adverbs, and verbs. And what we do is we create a big score sheet every day of what did the world talk about today. Now, it's a little more complicated than that. We use our own in-house software, which is 13 different modules. We don't use anyone else's licensing, and right now there's only about 2 or 3 providers that are able to do this. We're able to pull out information as far as trends, niches, and products of what people are talking about and having discussions about and searching for, but yet don't have a lot of organic results in search engines or maybe a lot of information out there, as in even pay-per-click advertising we monitor. So our text analytics version at the Internet Time Machine is set up for businesses, internet marketers, and anyone that's interested in kind of things that are becoming popular, but yet don't have a lot of supply. That's the catch where we come in. Most trends analytics companies just take the data, spit it back out in a report and say, this is what's being said about your new muffler or your new winter jacket, or this is what the consumer between the age of 25 and 44 is saying about your new coupon or your new design. We look at it and say, well, wait a minute. What if we can go out and get that same information and make it a little bit more layered and be able to look at what are people talking about and searching for? What are new products and new ideas from around the world, but yet haven't been discovered? There's only a few people, as in organic results or advertisers, in that niche. So that's the benefit at the Internet Time Machine, is we give you both edges, as they would say, of the sword, supply and demand. So we are a text analytics company, and that's why I'm sure we've gotten the emails today, and this is a very big buzzword, and it actually has the potential to be as big as social media. It's deciphering. Who would have ever guessed that deciphering the social media is as big a business as the social media? And that's why the Internet Time Machine on a macro level is a text analytics engine that does live web translation of what the world is talking about. Yet we also look at, is it a retail opportunity? Is it something you could develop a product for or, say, affiliate a product for? So I just want to take this time to explain a little bit about text analytics and how computers are using what you write, the phrases, the subjects, and compiling them to make profiles of certain areas, certain computers, certain users, and saying, hey, this is what's out there right now. So what you're writing online is actually being looked at, scrubbed, compared, put into big, huge monster databases and saying, hey, there's a lot of people right now talking about the Internet Time Machine. That's being recorded every time it's written about, or someone writes something like, or does a search for it. So what you search for is recorded, what you write about in your public domain is recorded, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. I'm not saying that as Big Brother. I'm just saying it's being used by bigger companies to find out what your interests are, what the world is interested in, what are they saying about stuff. So that's a kind of a layman's talk about text analytics, and I hope you enjoyed it.